G'day, my name is Michael Hope, owner of Hope Estate Winery, 2 hours north of Sydney in Australia. For you guys that don't know, Australia is the size of the US with only a population of about 22 million. So we're all spread out, and we've got some beautiful vineyards around the country. So what I want to talk about is the Hunter Valley to start with. What made a pharmacist who was living in Sydney come up to the Hunter Valley? Well, I decided a bit over 20 years ago to buy a farm, move out of the city. It happened to have 30 acres of grapes, and from there I got the bug. I wanted to grow the best grapes I could. Being a pharmacist, I was really focused on that. And then you want to start to make some wine, see how good your wine is. Because the better the wine, you know you've done a better job on growing the grapes. So it all started there, and it's great fun in taking my wine around the world. We're in the ABC stores in Florida. Bill Stobbs has done a great job in selecting our wines and getting it out to you guys. So I'd like to have a little bit of a chat about a couple of the wines. Now, the fundamental of our wines is that every wine is grown from grapes on our own vineyards. We don't buy grapes off anybody. It's all estate grown. But my name on the bottle, and I'll stand behind that. The first wine is Semillon. Now, Semillon's a really interesting white grape, and without a doubt, some of the best Semillon in the world comes from the Hunter Valley. But it's actually two wines in one. When you drink it young, like this is 2017, you drink it nice and young, has that real crisp, lean, citrusy characters to it. The great thing about Semillon, that nice, unoaked, clean style, is it's a great alternative to Sauvignon Blanc. It's good for the ABC crowd, the anything but Chardonnay, as they're known in the wine game. The people that are looking for an unoaked, crisp white wine, Semillon is great. So when it's young, it's nice and lean and citrusy, as I said. And then when it gets to about 5 years old, it gets these beautiful, honey, toasty characters, like it's been in oak. It's one of the most amazing white wines in the world. It's two wines in one. But really nice with seafood. You're looking for a nice, crisp, refreshing white on those hot days you guys get in Florida. We have a vineyard over in Western Australia, which is the other side of the country. And you've got to remember, it's as far across the country as it is across the US. So imagine having a vineyard in New York and taking the grapes across to LA, because that's what we do with our vineyard in West Australia. It's a couple of hours south of Perth. We crush the grapes over there, chill them down, load them into a tanker, and spend about 4 days driving across the country. Gets what I call a gentle agitation as you're dodging potholes and kangaroos as they drive across the Nullarbor Plain, as it's called. Now, the amazing thing, when you've had 4 days of sloshing around in the back of a tanker, you get this amazing, intense colour and flavour that gets extracted from the skins on the journey. And it's an amazing wine. We produce 100% Shiraz, but it's not your typical Barossa Shiraz. It's not big and jammy and high alcohol. It's really balanced and elegant. It's what I call elegantly big. It's got a nice softness to it. Got a real nice juiciness to it. So we call this the Ripper. And what Ripper is in Australia means bloody good. So when we first named this, I first tried it, I said that Shiraz is bloody good. It's a Ripper of a Shiraz. And note the Aussie way of saying it. Anything that's ER, we go ah. So we go Ripper, not Ripper. So some of you guys might know of Hope Estate for concerts. 11 years ago, we decided to build the biggest winery amphitheater in the country. On that stage, we've had Rolling Stones, Bruce Springsteen. A couple of weeks ago, we had Red Hot Chili Peppers. 20,000 people in here. Great way to expose people to Hope Estate. And I'd say to any of you guys, if you're ever out in Australia, make sure you come out during concert season. As I said, we're only 2 hours north of Sydney. Great place to come and enjoy a wine. Cheers.